Hello friends, hope you're doing good. I welcome you back to our YouTube channel Adapt, Learn and Grow Together. In this session, we will learn how to handle or manage duplicate data scenario in any given Excel data sheet, starting with conditional formatting. Conditional formatting helps in highlighting duplicates in a given data set. It can be used for identifying duplicates present in a given column, and also it can be used for finding duplicate records in a given data range. Let us now move to our Excel sheet to understand how conditional formatting can be applied and what output we will get from the conditional formatting feature. The data shown here is the customer details data sheet, which captures all the information related to a given customer. It captures contact number, customer name, gender, age, and email ID for the customers of the retail store. While analyzing the data, we can see that there are duplicate records for few customers. Let us take the example of Mr. Ram. Here the customer name mentioned or captured is Ram. The contact number is ending with 8811, and if we scroll down now, we can see that Mr. Ram is getting captured again with the same contact number, which means that there are duplicate entries for Mr. Ram. Similarly, we can see that there is a duplicate record for Mr. Sham as well. To identify duplicate records, we are considering column C, the contact number, and column D, the customer name. The combination of contact number and customer name, if it is repeating, we will call that record as a duplicate record. Here we can see that Mr. Ram is coming 3 times in the customer data. The first appearance of Mr. Ram matches with the third appearance of Mr. Ram, as the name and the contact number for both the record matches. This makes the third appearance as a duplicate record for Mr. Ram. But in the case of the second appearance, this is not being counted as a duplicate record despite the customer name having the value as Mr. Ram, because the contact number is not matching with the first or third appearance. We can similarly see the case of Mr. Sham. So here the customer name is Sham and the contact number is ending with 8817. Quickly going down and checking for the duplicate, this row number 23 comes out to be a duplicate record for Mr. Sham, as the name and the contact number of both the records are matching. Hence, this row becomes a duplicate record. Now, this is what we have analyzed. Since the data size is small, we could do it manually. But in case of large volume of data, if we have to find duplicates basis multiple columns, we can achieve this by using the conditional formatting option. To apply conditional formatting, let us first select the columns that we want to consider for our duplicate check. Here we are considering the contact number and the customer name. Hence we are selecting and pasting the values present in column C and column D as we did it here. Now we can check for duplicate records using conditional formatting. For applying conditional formatting, select the data cells. Click on conditional formatting, then click on highlight cell rules and go to more rules. Here we will take the last option, then entering the formula which can help us in counting the duplicate records present in the given data. COUNTIFS will count the number of records where both customer name and contact number are same. If we see that there are more than one rows for any given record, then we will highlight that record to show that it has a duplicate record. Once we have entered the formula, let us click on format. Then in the background, we want it to be yellow, and from the font perspective, we want it to be red. Then clicking on OK and again pressing OK, we can see here that there are a few rows that are highlighted in red and yellow. So Mr. Ram, Mr. Surya, Mr. Rahul, Mr. Sham and Miss Shreya, these 6 records have duplicate entries present in the data which we have, and hence these are highlighted. So this is the scenario where duplicate records are identified using 2 or multiple columns. What if we wanted to select the duplicate records just by using column A, which is contact number? We can identify duplicate contact numbers using the same conditional formatting. Here we will select the column A, then we will go to conditional formatting, then click on highlight cells rules, and then here click on duplicate values. On pressing OK, we can see that some cells have been highlighted, which indicates that these contact numbers have more than one occurrences, or these contact numbers have duplicate occurrences in the data which we have. So we can check it. The data or the contact number present in row number 2 matches with the contact number present in the row 22. Similarly, column 4 matches with column 20, and we can check for the others as well. So conditional formatting helps in identifying and highlighting duplicate records and works for the scenario where single column is considered and for a scenario where multiple columns are considered for checking the duplicacy. Till now, we have understood how we can highlight duplicate records using conditional formatting. Next is removing the duplicate records. We can remove duplicate records from the data by using this remove duplicate option present inside the data tab. Let us now move to our Excel sheet to understand this in detail. Here is the customer data that is given to us, and we want to remove the duplicates basis the condition that 2 records will be considered duplicates if the customer name and contact number are exactly the same. So in our case, we have seen earlier as well, Mr. Ram and the contact number in row 2 matches with row number 22. So earlier we were highlighting these records. Now we will see how can we remove these duplicates from the data. The data shown here is the customer details data, and we aim to remove duplicate records which have same customer name and contact number. Now to remove the records that have same customer name and contact number, we will be using remove duplicate option. To apply remove duplicates option, select the data. In our case, we are selecting the complete Excel sheet. Then go to the data tab, and inside the data tab, click on remove duplicates. Here in the remove duplicates, we will be deleting the duplicate records basis the condition given to us. Since our table has headers, let us mark this as true, and now in the column section we will select only those columns which contribute to duplicate check. In our case, record is set to be duplicate if its contact number and the customer name matches exactly with the other record present in the data. So here we will unselect all the columns and we will select now contact number and customer name, because this is our criteria of selecting duplicate records. Then we will click on OK, and after OK, few data rows will be deleted from the data. So initially we have 23 records starting from row 2 to row 23, and after we click OK here, we have 18 records, that is from row number 2 to row number 19. Here, Microsoft Excel tells us that 5 duplicate values were found and removed, and the 18 values which are unique are shown here. Now, let us move towards our next approach, which is looking for duplicates using COUNTIF or COUNTIFS function. Here, we will be counting the number of occurrences for the given criteria, and if the occurrence is more than once, then we declare that record as a duplicate record. Let us quickly move to our Excel sheet and see how can we use the COUNTIF or COUNTIFS function to manage the duplicates present in a given data. Here we can see the data which we have, and we will try to understand how COUNTIF and COUNTIFS function can help in identifying duplicates. We will be covering two scenarios here. The scenario 1 is where basis one column, that is basis one criteria, we need to identify the duplicate occurrences, and in scenario 2 we will be using more than one criteria to identify duplicate records. Starting with the scenario 1, where we have been asked to use only one parameter, which is customer name, to identify duplicate records present in this sheet. To identify the duplicates, let us start counting the occurrences of the customer name in the given data sheet. In case if an occurrence of a customer name is equal to 1, then it means that that customer name is unique and there are no duplicate entries present in this data. In case if the occurrences comes out to be greater than 1, this signifies that there are duplicate entries or there are duplicate records for the given customer name. So, as a first step, we will be counting the occurrences of the customer name present in column A. So, to count the occurrences, we will be using the COUNTIF function. So, enter equal to, then enter the function name which is COUNTIF, and then pass the arguments. In argument 1, we have to pass the range, and in our case, since all the customer names are present captured in column A, then column A becomes our range, and for criteria we are passing the cell A2, which means that we want the COUNTIF function to count the number of occurrences of customer name Ram in column A. The output P here for customer name as Ram signifies that there are 3 occurrences or 3 records that have customer name as Ram. We can quickly verify this manually. So, row 2 has customer name as Ram. Row 15 and row 22 also have customer name as Ram. Hence, the output, which is the occurrence of customer name Ram, is 3, and it matches with the output which we got using the COUNTIF function. Now, taking another example of customer name equal to Kiran, we will again use the COUNTIF function and would count the number of occurrences in the data given to us where the record has customer name as Kiran. We can see that the output given to us, that is the occurrences given to us for customer name equal to Kiran, is 1. We can check it manually and see that there is no other row where customer name is mentioned as Kiran. Hence, Kiran has only one occurrence, which matches with the output which we are getting from the COUNTIF function. Now, the record with occurrences as 1 signifies that it is a unique record with customer name as Kiran, and there is no other record present in the data where customer name will be Kiran. In case we have the occurrences equal to 2, that is in case of Surya, the 2 here signifies that there are 2 records with customer name as Surya present in this data. Similarly, checking for Mr. Ram, we have 3 occurrences which signifies that there are 3 records present in the data with the customer name as Ram. So to identify unique records present in the system basis the customer name, we can filter this occurrences column and select the records where the occurrences is equal to 1. This tells us that these records have names that have no duplicate entry present in the data given to us. Now, moving towards our second scenario where we will see how can we find duplicate records basis 2 or more conditions. In our current example, we want to find out the records that have unique customer name and contact number combination. So here instead of one criteria, we are having two criterias. First one is customer name, then we have contact number, and basis the occurrences of the combination of customer name and contact number, we would count unique occurrences using the COUNTIFS function. Now to apply COUNTIFS function, enter the function name which is COUNTIFS in our case, then pass the arguments capturing the criteria and the criteria range basis which uniqueness can be determined. In the first parameter, we will pass the criteria range 1 which is our column A, then we will pass the criteria which is A2 in our case, then we will pass the second criteria range which is column B, and after this we will pass the second criteria which is cell B2. On pressing enter, we will get the count of rows where the combination of customer name and contact number is same. For example, in the case of Mr. Ram, there are two records that are present with the same customer name and contact number. Although there is a third row also which is row number 15, but this is not getting considered in our count because here we are not talking about just customer name. Here we are talking about unique records basis two conditions, and here contact number of record 2 is not matching with the contact number of row 15. Hence the occurrences in this case would be only 2 and not 3. Let us extend this formula for the other data records. Now this data is actually counting the total occurrences for this combination, and basis that we can understand which combination of customer name and contact number has single occurrence or multiple occurrences. In the case of Ram, we have two occurrences. In the case of Kiran, we have only one occurrence. So the records where the COUNTIFS is returning 1 are the records that do not have any duplicate records in the data given to us, whereas the records where the COUNTIF function is greater than 1, it signifies that that combination has duplicate records present in the data given to us. For example, as we have seen in the case of Ram, the COUNTIFS function returning the output as 2 means that there are two records present in the data given to us with the combination of Ram and the contact number in cell B2. We can similarly extend this formula for more than two criterias as well. I hope this session was helpful. We will meet again in our next session with new interesting topics. I would like to thank you all for watching this video. Please like, subscribe and press the bell icon for future notifications.